I got pregnant at the age of 13. He was 25 and I was 13. No one knew I was pregnant. No one. I know what you're thinking. How in the world didn't anyone know that you were pregnant? Well, I played basketball. I was active in school, in sports. I didn't have the average baby bump. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ashley Nicole, and I'm so glad that you're here. I wanted to take out time to share with you what really triggered me to want to know more about God and drew closer to God. So that's why I'm sharing this story with you. And I hope it helps you, and also getting to know me more and just sharing things that I never thought that I would ever share on YouTube. No one knew I was pregnant. Again, I know you're probably like, what in the world? I was itty bitty. I mean, tiny. I hid everything. I was so afraid. I didn't know what to do. There were times when my daughter, I have a daughter, and she's about to be 18 now. Time flies. Times where people almost found out. And when I say people, it's going to the doctor and having that doctor in training on me, and the nerves. I was sweating bullets. I truly was. As soon as I rose up, I'm sure they saw the sweat on the seat and everything. But no one knew. And then up until I went in labor, it was the night of the 23rd, not the 23rd, it was the 22nd, February 22nd, 2008, 8 p.m. Me and my mom, we were watching America's Next Top Model. That's when Eve was showing. I felt pressure, so much pressure in my lower back. I was uncomfortable. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, is it okay I go to bed? I'm going to go up the stairs. I'm going to go to bed. And, she said, yeah. And I went up the stairs. All night long, I was rocking. I looked over at my sister because we shared a room. I was in my twin size bed and she was in hers. And I looked, she was sleeping so peaceful. Meanwhile, I'm up, I'm rocking, I'm in pain. It kept coming and going. And at the time, I didn't know what it was. When it went away, I said, oh, okay, I'm good. All of a sudden, like a minute later, it came back. And then 2 minutes later, and then 3 minutes. It was just all over the place. But I stayed in bed. I was still just laying down, trying to twist and turn and get comfortable. Before I knew it, hours were going by. I said, I just want to go to sleep. Then I had the urge to use the restroom. So I would get up, go in the bathroom, sit on the toilet. I'm like, nothing's coming out. I remember one time when I went to the bathroom, because I went several times that night. I looked in the mirror. I lifted up my shirt. And I looked. I took my hand, balled it up into a fist, and I punched my stomach. I just wanted everything to be over. And I know the question that everyone asks, well, did you know that you were pregnant? I knew something was going on, but I didn't want to believe that. I wanted to believe that everything was just a dream, I'll wake up, or it'll all go away. But then leaving the bathroom, I went in the room. Again, I'm rocking side to side. I can't sleep. Before I knew it, the sun was coming through the window. My mom was downstairs making breakfast. And she called us all down. My brother, my sister. Breakfast is ready. Ooh. So we went. Y'all, I tried to eat that pancake. I tried my hardest. For all the pregnant women out here, or whoever has already been pregnant, you know how it is. When you're in labor, you don't want to do nothing besides get the baby out of you. So I pretended like I ate everything on my plate. But I really threw it in the trash can. Then I excused myself again. I said, I'm going upstairs. I'll never forget this part. I was just lying in bed. And I had the thought. And I could picture it. The thoughts that came to my head. You can stay home. You can have this baby and get a garbage bag and put the baby in there and walk the garbage bag to a trash can. No one will know. I know when we see stuff like that on the news, you know, with the young girls or anyone, people automatically assume that they're crazy. And the truth is, they're not. They're far from crazy. It's fear. Have you ever been so scared where you've done some things that you would have never done, or you've done things to try to hide stuff? You didn't want the truth being exposed. So you were willing to risk something. I immediately broke down, crying, because, God, this is not me. Why did these evil thoughts come? Why did these evil thoughts come? I said, I'm not this. So I didn't stay home. Because it was the weekend. It was Saturday then. And we usually went over to our aunt's house where we would play with our cousins. I went. But I told God, like, in that moment, you know, when those thoughts were going through my head, I said, God, I thank you. But still, please help me. At my aunt's house, and I tell my cousin, hey, I'm going to go lay down. My stomach hurts. I was there, lying in the room, on her bed, and then I couldn't take it no more. I had to reach out to my sister. I reached out, I had a call for her. Hey, Mamel! And I had to tell her. She thought I was playing, because we always played around with each other. I said, I'm serious. Call Mom. And she saw. She saw how serious I was. She saw I wasn't playing. And then she started panicking. I don't want her to panic. I don't want her to be scared. So she ran to get the cordless phone. She called my mom. She told my mom. My mom rushed over. It felt like, 5 minutes. And she was there. Because I told my sister, call Mom, tell her I need to go to the hospital. At this point, I'm done lying. I'm just done lying. Or at least I thought I was. The parents, they came in. because I went to the store. And my mom, she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm scared. I am so scared. She said, come on, let's go. I'm walking outside my aunt's house. My great aunt is on the side. She's watching me walk. And she paused. I could tell that she was going to say something. I'm like, please don't say anything. Please don't say anything. And she looks. She said, you're pregnant. I said, no, no. She said, you pregnant. I wanted to make sure my mom didn't hear her. My mom, she heard her. And my older cousin, she was like, no, Mama, I think it's just gas. I said, yeah, it's gas. Oh, God. There I go again, was telling them lies. Have you ever just so badly wanted to believe a lie when you knew it wasn't the truth? You wanted the lie to be true so bad. That was me. We got in the truck. My mom drove us to the hospital. You won't believe this. When we got out, we went to the ER. They were going to turn me away. The doctors and the RN, they all looked at me. I said, nothing's wrong with her. I said, no, Mom, I'm in pain. And I thank God, I truly do. My mom speaking up and saying, no, my daughter is in pain. So he said, come on, let's step off to the room to the side. Whew. If I wasn't shaking, oh my gosh. Oh Jesus, I said, okay. It was about to find out now. Went off in that room. I'm going to fast forward, skip some parts. They put the cold gel on me because he was asking me all sorts of questions. I said no. And he's like, you're still in pain? I said, yes. Where do you feel the pain? My lower back. I felt that cold gel. And they brought the baby Doppler. Everyone's seen a ghost. Because once that baby Doppler touched my stomach, all you could hear was a loud heartbeat going fast. Fast. Then the next thing we heard, hurry up, everyone! It's about 5 minutes. I was rushed to the delivery room. And it was time to push. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm going to fast forward that part and just get to where I had to call on Jesus, where I wanted to. It wasn't my mom, my dad, my granny telling me. Fast forward to August 2008. I'm in church. And then they call, for whomever wants to be baptized, whomever wants a relationship with God. And years before that, given I'm 14, my granny used to always take us with us. Take us with her to church and Bible studies and all that. We had fun because we would just talk with the other kids there and eat the food there. That was fun to us. Like literally in church, we used to laugh at just some of the craziest things that we thought were crazy. But it's something about going through things on your own and experiencing life and having to go to God on your own. No one forcing you. As I was holding my baby, I didn't need to hear my granny say, go ahead, no one can save you but God. I looked down at my baby. I said, God, I can't do this on my own. I cannot do this on my own. And I still get emotional thinking about this. I said, God, I need you. I need you. So I got up. It felt like I was in quicksand. It seemed so far away. Literally seemed like miles and miles away. Because there that chair was. And I was all the way at the back. But I got up. I said, no, I'm not going to miss my opportunity. I'm not going to miss it. I walked down that aisle, carrying my baby. Again, it felt so far away. I was there earlier this year at the church that I got baptized at, and I stood up. I'm like, wow, this is pretty close. But when I was super young, it seemed so far away. Got up, walked up there, sat in a chair. Like I said, they took my baby. I was just like, God, I need you. I need you. I'm not going to edit this. And when I say God is faithful, I truly do mean that. My daughter, she's about to be 18 years old. 18. I've had no child support. No help whatsoever from her dad. I've had all the resources from the source and never had to want for anything. Now, has it been easy? No. It wasn't easy when I first started, no. But has God always been there? Absolutely. Absolutely. There were times when I didn't know how I was going to go about certain things. But the second I called on God, and I would get down on my knees and pray and ask God for help, He always made a way out of no way. At least from what I thought, didn't know anything. But what I didn't know is that God had, it was already worked out. He already had everything together. He was just waiting on me to believe that it was possible. So now I'm here to tell you that anything is possible. When we trust ourselves or be like, okay, I got this, or depending on someone else, we fail. But when we put our trust in God, when I say put your full trust, not just for, materialistic things, but in healing and all that, the stuff that we cannot see, physically see. When I tell you God will show out, He shows out. And it's just to let us know I love you. I've been there. So I hope my story, I know it's not the full story. There's so much more to it. And if you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. No, I won't take offense. I won't take offense. Like I said, my daughter, she's about to be 18 in 2 months. A little over 2 months. And it's truly to God be the glory, because there's no way whatsoever I would have been able to raise her and provide and just do certain things that I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing, but I always believed that it was possible. My faith, sometimes faith will scare you. If you get around someone who faith is just, you be like, huh? What? Yeah, it's true. God is able. And the same way he did it for me, without a doubt, he'll do it for you. He'll do it for you. Thank you for listening.